Hello and welcome to another Demon Starcraft commentary. Today's game will be between the red Zerg Telecom and the blue Protoss Hezzerboy. We have the Overlord Scout moving out. On other notes, I think I'm going to move more into like 2 vs 2 or 3 vs 3s, just to be a little different. Because you don't see a whole lot of 2 vs 2 matches or 3 vs 3 matches or even 4 vs 4s to get any strategies from. So after this game I'm going to start concentrating more on those, so I need to play some more or experience some more. First pylon going down for Hezzerboy at his choke. We are at 10 supply with a Overlord coming out for Telecom. So it seems like a standard opener. Hezzerboy now throwing down his gateway and sending the probe out to scout as well. Telecom is as well with his drone. They cross each other in the middle, say hi, and continue on their way. I think it would probably be an awkward hi. We now have 14 supply with an extractor going down for Telecom. And are at 13 supply for Hezzerboy. I think I'm just going to call him Hez and be done with it. We also have a second gateway going down for Hez. And a spawning pool going down for Telecom at probably 14 supply, 15 supply, somewhere around there. All scouting information seems to have been successful, and both drone and probe are returning to their respective base. Not really a whole lot going on at this very second. We're pretty much building up for a possibly good match. Keep in mind that these are both diamond players, so I'm trying to bring you some high-level matches. We got 2 zealots out for Hez. And he is chrono boosting 2 more. So it looks like we're going to see a zealot push here with 2 zerglings out for Telecom. This could be a rude awakening for Telecom since he doesn't really have much in the way of defenses. He does have a spine crawler going down and a baneling's nest going down, as well as his queen is out and just injected. So we got 2 zealots versus 4 zerglings while they wait for their other 2 zealots to show up. So they move in with 3 against 6 zerglings, running around the map a little bit while still trying to continue to macro. 2 more zerglings come out, and the zealots are kind of dancing in and out, trying to decide whether they want to go in or not. It looks like they're going to hold off and wait for more reinforcements. Telecom is researching zergling speed. It is almost done. In a few more seconds it will be done. We will watch that to see when the boost kicks in. They're running away from the zealots. 2 more zerglings coming out, and the speed has kicked in. So we have speedlings versus, looks like about 10 speedlings versus 5 zealots. They're hanging back and transmutating into banelings. So this should hopefully take care of the threat. We have the zerglings moving in, and the banelings coming shortly. Yes, here they come to take out the zealots. And how many did they get? 1, 2, 4, they took a force of about 8 to 3. So the zerglings are going to go in there and mop up. We still have, now we have the cybernetics core down for Hezzerboy, as well as another pylon and a 3rd gateway. Telecom has a new spawning pool coming down, since they did manage to take down his other spawning pool. So he is going to have to hold it together here, morphing in more banelings in anticipation of pushing up the ramp It looks like this could prove to be very difficult, especially since a sentry just moved out, so we will probably see lots of force fields come down to prevent these banelings from coming in. Yep, the banelings burst, almost took out that pylon, and a force field went down, blocking them off, and the Zerglings fall back. 2 more gateways for a total of 5 coming down now for Hezzerboy, and nothing particularly new for Telecom. Kind of just gathering resources and morphing in more Zerglings. Sending in more reinforcements, that is. Check out the income tab. They're sitting pretty even. Hezzerboy at 28 harvesters, where Telecom has 22, so he's a little bit behind. And doesn't have nearly the gas income. Hezzerboy's beating him about double on that, so we probably will see more gas-heavy units for Hezzer. We see a lot of 3 Stalkers, 3 Zealots, and a Sentry at the choke, with the banelings coming in, and the force field going down, and the pylon going down. Thankfully, that pylon absorbed all of the blasts from those 4 banelings, or else Hezzerboy could have been in a little bit of trouble if it had nailed that Sentry. So, a little bit of luck slash skill, whichever way you want to look at it. Hezzerboy is currently researching his warp gate technology. It's about halfway done. And we have a lair going up for Telecom, as well as 2 more spine crawlers. Is he going to reset? We had a cancellation on an extractor here. Unsure as to why exactly, with a roach warren going down for Telecom. So it looks like we're going to get a good counter for gateway units, or at least an evening up of gateway units with the roaches. They can take a little bit more punishment from these gateway units. Their APMs are about 154 for Telecom and 91 for Hezzerboy. So they do control and build at the same time, I would say. The warp gates are out for Hezzerboy. Is he going to construct a remote pylon? Possibly not. That would be the best guess. Send a probe. Maybe it looks like he might. Send a probe down with his army to throw down a pylon. And we do have a sizable army moving out for Hezzerboy. Got about 13 Zerglings. Let's check the army tab. Units tab. 13 Zerglings. Wow, that was a good guess. 13 Zerglings for Telecom, and 8 Zealots, 10 Stalkers, and 4 Sentries for Hezzerboy, who is moving in now, and the Spine Crawlers have planted, so they're working their way. It doesn't look like they're having too much success. They're just going to work their way around. 3 of the Spine Crawlers have moved to reposition themselves to defend the base, and it does not look too good. He has been caught completely out of position with this size of this army. There are no banelings anywhere to be found, so that could have made a big difference in this matchup. Force field's going down to defend against the Zerglings, and there are 3 roaches on the field, 4 now, to 5, to try and take this advance. And this is not looking too good. These Protoss army is just kind of dancing around and taking out everything from behind. Now they're going after the mineral line. Force field's going down to block themselves into the mineral line. They no way to get to them. 1 spine crawler poking at them takes down 1 stalker, but generally speaking, it doesn't look good. He's gonna take care of these broodlings, and then we will have a good game from Telecom. So we just had a solid gameplay from Hezzerboy here, who managed to thwart the initial push with having a properly placed sentry, avoided the banelings, and managed to stave off and push back. We see a significant resource difference here. You can see how Telecom just didn't quite have the harvesters mining the same amount that Hezzerboy did. Hezzerboy almost mined out in his main. So that's that. So thanks for listening. Please feel free to leave me comments and subscribe. Demon signing out. Good night.